Harry and Meghan, I said this on breakfast a few days ago. If you woke up from a coma, a 6-year-long coma, and looked at all of these pictures, you would think they were still working members of the royal family. There are large crowds greeting and welcoming them. They are meeting the survivors of the tragic terror attack that happened on Bondi Beach a couple of weeks ago. They are supporting veterans as well, with the Invictus Games going on a sailing trip with them around Sydney Harbour, etc., etc. But what Meghan has also done today is attend a speaking event, a Living My Best Life event at a 5-star luxury hotel, which costs £1,600 a ticket, and being interviewed on stage for 90 minutes, which we believe she's being paid quite a lot of money to do. That is a commercial venture alongside these philanthropic engagements. And this half-in, half-out approach, as I said, is what the Queen said you can't do because Queen Elizabeth II during that infamous Sandringham summit in 2020. That's what they're doing. So the question is, what are they thinking in royal circles about this? What is the British public or the Australian public, who of course shares our monarch, thinking about this?
This was exactly what... So the whole idea was, OK, if you're either part of the royal family, in which case you get your fairy tale wedding, you get to travel the world and have all of this respect and visit the sick children in the hospital and the survivors of the terror attack and everything else, and people will respect you for that. Or you go off and do your commercial thing and you're no longer royals and you don't try and profit off your happenstance of birth and your last name and all the rest of it. But clearly... What they have wanted throughout this entire 6-year ordeal is to do both, is to ride both tracks, have the magic of royalty and then cash in on it.
Which was their original proposal. Now, of course, Harry and Meghan are private citizens. They're not representing King Charles here, like the other royal tour they did back in 2018 to Australia. And yet they are, as you say, Tom, appearing to be doing some commercial work while they're out there and getting paid for it. Now, they have a big security bill to pay. They don't have taxpayer-funded security, while in Australia either, as long like the UK, they have their own private US-based bodyguards.
Australian taxpayers are paying some of the costs towards this, aren't they?
Crowd control
costs.
Yeah,
crowd control, policing costs, so that taxpayers are paying for it as well.
Yes, it appears they are. We don't know the exact figures. It will probably be a fraction of the cost compared to, let's say, you know, the King and Queen going to Australia, but that's by the by. Any taxpayer's money needs to be audited, etc. So it is, at the moment, it appears there seems to be kind of getting away with it. Let's see what happens perhaps in a couple of months, where we know, well, we think at least, that Harry at least will be here in the United Kingdom in July for the Invictus Games Birmingham one-year countdown. Is Meghan going to come? Well, at the moment, Harry says he will not bring Meghan or the children to the UK because taxpayers aren't paying, well, not because of taxpayers, but because he doesn't have 24-hour armed police protection while he's in the UK. So unless that changes, I doubt Meghan will come for this royal tour, quasi-royal tour, however you want to put it.
Cameron Walker, please, my goodness, stop complaining. You know, seeing these scenes of Harry and Meghan being welcomed in Australia is taking a huge toll on the Rangers, you know, online trolls, UK media, who are like, oh, Australians don't like Harry and Meghan, but on the ground, you've seen yourself with your own 2 eyes that the public love them, and that's why you're seeing these complaints, you know, from Cameron Walker. So you have a couple of questions for me?
Yes, I have a couple of questions. But even before we begin, I think they have not believed it, that the tour has been a success. People have welcomed Harry and Meghan in Australia since day one. And from the reception to how they're interacting, the positive feedback, I still think they're still in shock. Like, all this is happening in front of our eyes.
Exactly.
Oh
Exactly. It's like there's like, you know, surprised. But I feel like they did know in a way that this would happen. And that's why they're always trying to be against Harry and Meghan even traveling, because they know that deep inside, many people love and adore Harry and Meghan, and they never ever wanted people to see those scenes of what we've seen, how crowds are gathering to support Harry and Meghan. Those are scenes that I'm sure that William, Kate, Charles, Camilla do not like seeing, and even Cameron Walker does not like seeing. That's why he's throwing this tantrum.
And I guess all these tantrums they just as a distraction, you know, because everything has been a success since day one. But just in the middle of what is going on, the positive side about Harry and Meghan, they just it something, you know, small to just create something negative about Harry and Meghan?
They're always looking for that, you know,
Yeah.
negative thing about Harry and Meghan. But, you know, in this case, it's becoming even more and more difficult for them to lie about Harry and Meghan because this was a complete success. What we have seen there from Harry and Meghan, total success. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I have a couple of questions regarding the video that we have watched.
Cameron Walker.
Yes, thank you. Is complaining about the fantastic reception Harry and Meghan have received in Australia. Brian, tell us more and tell us why is he complaining?
It's simple because of what he has seen. I don't think that those scenes of what we saw today, even of Harry and Meghan at Bondi Beach, whereby they are being cheered by members of the public. You have lifeguards, you know, who also are supporting Harry and Meghan. You have Invictus Games veterans gifting Harry and Meghan gifts. You know, that has taken, you know, a toll. I love that too. That has taken a toll on many carnival or so-called experts who have been spending all these years, the past 10 years, trying to turn the public against Harry and Meghan, but they've seen that they have failed because Harry and Meghan's star shines brighter and brighter with each and every single passing day, and that is something which, of course, they can't stand, and that's why they're so angry, they're so upset because Harry and Meghan's light shines brighter and brighter with each and every single passing day.
Yes. Still in the video, he complains that the late Queen didn't want half-in, half-out arrangement with Harry and Meghan. Currently, do Harry and Meghan work for the royals and work for themselves? And do they have the half-in, half-out arrangement?
Do Harry and Meghan have half-in, half-out arrangement? The answer is no. So basically, it means that Cameron Walker has no reason whatsoever to even complain. Because Harry and Meghan don't work for the firm. They work to earn their own living outside of the institution. And like you and I, Harry and Meghan have every single right in the world to earn a living. I've been saying this before, I'll say it again, because, you know, Harry and Meghan, you know, have bills to pay.
They have bills,
you know, even on that show, they were on GB News, basically, they're talking about Harry and Meghan having bills, paying for security bills. They know Harry and Meghan have bills, yet they are so against Harry and Meghan earning a living. Yet they themselves on TV are making money off of Harry and Meghan. So you see, there is a problem there. You know, I've always said that you tend to see that the people who are the most negative towards Harry and Meghan are the ones who are so totally against Harry and Meghan earning a living. The people who even make money off of Harry and Meghan are the ones who are totally against Harry and Meghan earning a living. You know, if anybody doesn't see a problem with that, then I don't even know what to say. Because there's a big issue and a big problem with even what Cameron Walker and the others tend to, you know, like to say. And also on the half-in, half-out arrangement, I heard that on the GB News, that guy was talking about how this was the deal, whereby we'll give you a royal wedding, we'll give you this and that. You know, he was saying, you know, the good things about royal life. He never ever said the bad things about royal life, because for him, royal life is perfect. What Harry and Meghan are doing right now, being free, is not. It's a bad thing. When in truth, really, Harry and Meghan being free is the best thing for them, because the dark side of royal life outweighed the good side of it. You know, I mean, just think about what Harry and Meghan, of course, went through, you know, in the royal family. You know, Meghan being trolled for 10 years, every single day for 10 years. And Meghan even spoke about that recently, which of course was painful for her to even say, but that is what happens to her every single day at the hands of the UK tabloids. But through it all, as you've seen ourselves, Meghan is someone who's strong, she's someone who's resilient, she's someone who never gives up. And I must say that's what I do love and respect so much about Meghan, because she's someone who's a go-getter. She never gives up, no matter the situation. The fact is, in the royal family, life was hell for Harry and Meghan.
Honestly, yes.
The best thing for them was always to flee the UK and leave the UK, and of course work to earn their own living, which is what of course they have done all of these years. And they have done this despite UK media, as you all know, placing hurdles in Harry and Meghan's path, whereby they don't want to see, Harry and Meghan excelling. They don't want to see Harry and Meghan moving forward their lives, even though Harry and Meghan have to move forward. They have to earn a living. They have to pay their bills. They've got bills to pay.
Yes.
And they've got to earn a living. And it's shameful, really, that the people want to, stifle Harry and Meghan from growing, yet Harry and Meghan, have every right in the world to grow. And they also should have every right in the world to earn their own living, pay their own bills. Harry and Meghan should have that right. And it's shameful, really, to see that there are people who want to destroy, all these strides that Harry and Meghan have taken to protect the peace of mind and mental health by somehow pretending that life in the royal family was amazing, yet it was really not.
Yes.
For Harry and Meghan, it was not.
Yeah.
It was not. I even keep on hearing this kind of rhetoric. Meghan, we gave you a good wedding. First of all, even that wedding, Harry and Meghan, basically, the farm, wanted to be a public wedding.
Yeah.
So the farm wanted to do it. Why? For the PR. That's why they did what they did.
Yeah.
Harry and Meghan even wanted a small wedding, but they were turned down,
yes,
and they because the farm wanted the PR, the PR. And after they got the PR, what happened? They treated Meghan appallingly. So giving someone a good wedding is not an excuse as to why after that you treat them appallingly.
Yeah.
That's not an excuse. Or even giving someone some money is not an excuse for you to demean that person or mistreat that person. That's why even it's so important for Harry and Meghan to keep on engaging in more and more commercial deals. Because the more that they do keep on earning their own living, the more they can keep on being free, the more they can keep on being independent, the more nobody will ever try to dim their light.
And you have talked about the royal wedding, and still, yes, they claim they gave Harry and Meghan a big wedding and all of that. But do you know, still, Meghan was still trolled, like her hair, the dress, everything. And you can still imagine, even at the best day of your life, still you're being trolled about that, about your wedding.
About your wedding, about, and then they're like, how much you're paying for it.
Yes.
And then they had no issue paying for Prince William and Kimbleton, but they have an issue with Harry and Meghan. Why is that? Because of racism.
Yeah.
And it's sad what Meghan has been through all these years. That's why I always say this, even if, no matter what happens, I hope that Harry and Meghan continue earning their own income. No matter what. No matter what. Because also, being given taxpayer money should never ever be an excuse as to why someone tells you to put up with their insults or their abuse because they're receiving taxpayer money. Just because of that. That's not an excuse. Everyone has every right in the world to be treated with kindness, to be treated with love, to be respected.
Yes.
It is sad that Harry and Meghan, who deserve to be respected, who deserve all the love in the world, are demeaned, disrespected. And then when those who are disrespecting Harry and Meghan are seeing them loved elsewhere. They complain.
They feel bad.
They feel terrible.
Yes.
And then they're like, oh, Harry and Meghan, when are you coming out to the UK? Why? What's the point of that? What's the point of that?
Yeah.
The thing is, they're showing one thing: an abuser will always want the victim close by, not happy elsewhere.
Yeah.
And when they see the person they'll be targeting happy elsewhere, they'll throw the most tantrums.
Yes. And you also mentioned about the speech he had yesterday, and one thing I loved so much about it, she was like, even after being trolled for 10 years, I am still here. I am still here, and through it all, we're still here together, and they're doing so much work with Harry, and that's something so amazing.
Yeah.
Our next question, he also asks, ask
what does the public in Australia think about this?
Yes.
Think about Harry and Meghan. Well, Cameron Walker, it's simple. The public in Australia have showered Harry and Meghan with so much love, much love and affection that, as you see yourself, the carnival of so-called experts aren't really pleased to see the public showering Harry and Meghan with so much love, respect, and affection that the UK media keep on complaining because of how they're seeing Harry and Meghan being loved, being respected.
Yes.
And for me, I'm happy that Australians showed up for Harry and Meghan.
It's so big.
And also, I do believe that even when you are treated right, like someone treats you well, you always want to go back to the place whereby you've been showered with love, you've been respected. We all want that, to be in a place or a space whereby we are welcomed, whereby we are told, hey, Brian, we love you, we care about you, don't worry, we are with you, we stand with you. We all want to be in that kind of a space or a place. And I'm happy that for Prince Harry and Meghan, they have that in their own lives, that they have love in their heart, that they are loved, adored, respected wherever they go. And Australians have made it very, very clear that they stand with Harry and Meghan. And I feel like also there are many, many people in Britain also as well, despite all these years of UK media lying about Harry and Meghan or trying to turn the public against Harry and Meghan. I feel like in my heart that there's so many people out there also. Deep inside, they want to support Harry and Meghan. They want to be there for Harry and Meghan. They want Harry and Meghan to know, Harry and Meghan, you are loved, you are loved, you are loved, you are loved. And to those people who are out there, thank you. Thank you. That's what I can say. Thank you.
Also, still, as we continue the discussion about this video, they seem to be totally against Harry and Meghan earning a living.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
You know, I saw that, and it's a recurring theme of the UK media. Time and time again, whenever Harry and Meghan are doing something, where are you getting the money? Harry and Meghan, who's gonna pay for security there? Who's funding the security? Who's paying for this? Who's paying for that? You know, because I believe that they tend to ask these questions because they never ever expected when Harry and Meghan step back as senior members of the royal family, they'll be able to fund themselves.
And be independent.
They thought that after like a few months, Harry and Meghan will be back, or Harry will be back alone, broke, begging for money from Charles. And because 6 years later, that hasn't happened, you know, you're seeing all these tantrums, you know, and Harry and Meghan are showing that the thing is, with all of this, you don't need taxpayer money. And I feel like that's what, you know, the farm UK media are so scared about. That's why they're selling the PR arm of the royal family UK media, because Harry and Meghan are showing you can do, you know, all this work outside of the royal fold without earning a penny of taxpayer money. And I feel like they're afraid that the public will realize that and see it, and that's why they always ask, who's paying for security? Who's paying for it? Who's funding you? Who's funding you? How can you do all this without taxpayer money? How can you do all this? Because they never ever expected Harry and Meghan to accomplish the things that they've accomplished ever since they fled the UK. And it shows you really that Harry and Meghan have really, really accomplished a lot outside of the royal fold. And I fully applaud Harry and Meghan in that, to the point that their haters are complaining at seeing the love, adoration, respect that Harry and Meghan are of course receiving wherever they go. And really I'm happy. I'm happy to see the love, reception that Harry and Meghan are getting wherever they go. That to me is very, very incredible. And once again, it shows you how much truly love does always win. Yeah.
Can we say this is just a start for them?
Yeah, this is the start. This is just the beginning. I feel like more and more doors will keep on opening for Harry and Meghan, because look at in Nigeria, they were welcome, showered with love, support. You know, Meghan and Harry, so much love wherever they've gone, to the point that the parents were so angry that they, you know, punished the army chief who invited Harry and Meghan to Nigeria by denying him a visa to go to Canada, because they were so angry at how they showered Harry and Meghan with respect. You know, to look at Colombia also, you know, Harry and Meghan shown so much respect. Now also in Australia, Harry and Meghan showed so much respect and love. You know, there are things that even if the UK media would want to hide, it is difficult and impossible to hide. And you can't hide the kind of affection we see the public, you know, showing Harry and Meghan. And that love that the public have towards Harry and Meghan is really immense. It's beautiful, and really it means a lot. And I find that to be really, really incredible, how the public have shown up in support of Harry and Meghan. It's really, really been incredible and so beautiful to see, and I'm happy about that.
All right. On our last questions, he also claims Harry will be in the UK in July for the Invictus Games 1 year countdown. Do you think Meghan is going to come?
Will Meghan come? That's a very, very interesting question. And also a recurring theme of a question which is constantly being asked by the UK media. Will Harry bring over his wife? Will Harry bring over his kids? Not if UK media continue to be so abusive towards them, he won't. You know, if look at these trips to Australia. that Meghan and Harry have undertaken.
Yes.
Or wherever Meghan has gone with Prince Harry, Nigeria or Colombia, or wherever they've gone, really. Meghan is happy to go to a place or a space where respect is shown towards her, where respect is shown towards their children.
Yeah.
If respect is not being offered, Meghan doesn't want to go to that place.
Definitely.
Doesn't want to go to that place.
Yeah.
And also, main point, of course, without adequate security, police protection, Meghan won't be going there. Meghan will not be going to the UK for the 1 year countdown before the next Invictus Games, which happens in Birmingham. Which, of course, all of the royal experts who say that Harry is irrelevant are the ones who are eagerly awaiting for July. I feel like they have this calendar at their home where they're marking day 16 over, 17, 18, and they're like 2 weeks until we see Prince Harry.
Yeah.
I get the vibe. That's how they feel. In their own personal lives, really, that they have this cardboard cutout of Prince Harry, in their home, which is, of course, must be very, very creepy, considering how they're obsessed with Prince Harry and Meghan. And then they count the days. I'll see you 10 days from now.
10 days from
I'll
now.
see you 9 days from. I feel like that's the vibe
They
that
have a countdown for them.
The UK media constantly give me, and now they're eagerly waiting for July. They're like all their calendars right now is July. Will Harry come over and bring his wife Meghan and his kids?
Yeah.
If security is not being offered,
Yeah.
Prince Harry will do no such thing. I must say, I feel kind of sad that the games will be held in the UK because of the UK tabloid, not because of the public, because I believe that a majority of the public love and support Harry and Meghan.
Yeah.
I say that because of the UK media. The way they behave towards Harry and Meghan. As a fan of Harry and Meghan, I'm someone who loves Harry and Meghan. You want Harry and Meghan to be in a place where they're happy. Not surrounded by tabloids who feel entitled towards them, or to follow them around. Yet they say the most despicable things about Harry and Meghan, on their papers.
Yeah.
So, Harry and Meghan, will they be together in the UK in July? I don't know. Because one thing is for sure, without security, Meghan won't go. That's for sure. That's for sure.
And funny thing is, you mentioned about a countdown thing, and then it clicked to me. Somebody who is also, against Harry and Meghan, actually counted the steps that Meghan walked, like when she was invited at the MasterChef. Like, could you imagine? They actually sat down. Oh my God! It was really. They sat down and counted the steps from the entrance till.
When the show was happening, the people, the judges.
And she was like 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, it was so crazy. You could see like the obsession that these people have towards Meghan.
That's why I always say Meghan needs security. That's not even negotiable.
Oh my God.
She needs security. I've always said that, mostly because of the kind of unhinged individuals who, of course, behave like this. Because even I am a fan. I've not done that. I'm a fan of Harry and Meghan.
What do you
I've
mean?
not even done that. I loved her work on MasterChef, for example. I loved that work. It was just awesome. But to see that the Rangers are counting steps. Or that Meghan is taking even on TV. Honestly, this is obsessively creepy.
Yes.
And that's why Meghan will always need security.
Exactly.
And it's sad that Charles and William have put Meghan and Harry in this situation whereby, of course, they do need security. It's like a priority. It's a necessity. Mostly because of the actions of UK media with the smear campaign that they're waging towards Harry and Meghan, which, of course, is causing so much problems to Harry and Meghan. But throughout everything, you can see that Harry and Meghan are happy and they're doing their jobs, minding their own business, living their own lives, and I love what Harry and Meghan have done for themselves. I love how they are able to shield and protect their peace of mind and mental health. I find that to be, one very, very good aspect of Harry and Meghan. Yeah. Thank you so much, Winnie. Yes. Thank you.
You
Once
are
again,
welcome.
Thank you so much for having us, and please like, share, subscribe, and support my good friend here, Winnie. And I believe I'm also thankful because I've seen some comments from people who are very, very happy to see the kind of joint segments that we are doing. And because I've seen those comments, I've seen people saying that they're happy to do it. So even maybe one day, Winnie, you and I will be doing like a live together.
All right.
A live. Will you be ready?
Oh my God, why not?
You'll be doing like
Yes.
it'll be you and I will be doing like a live together, so that even people can see you.
Yes.
They also want to be able to see you and see you on live. Just say like hi to everyone here,
Yes.
because they also want to be able to hear directly from you. Even Connie was asking, for example, like where are you from or what are you doing, you know. So basically,
Yeah.
you know, it's always good to engage with every single person who is out here to
Yes.
support. But don't feel shy. You know, I think it takes, maybe practice, and every single thing will be okay.
Yeah.
And Rome wasn't built in one day.
Yeah,
It like
true.
it took a while, right, to
Yeah.
build Rome. So I also believe that even those who are supporting you, even in this channel,
Yeah.
and every single day people are coming in,
Yeah.
you know, I really believe that there is nothing that you yourself will not be able to achieve. I believe that you'll achieve, many things. I'm telling you.
Thank you so much. And also, there was a video, there was comments. Brian, you got so many roses, and I also want to give you a rose in this video. Thank you so much for the support, and also these joint segments are helping me grow and are helping my channel grow, which is a big flower. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You will receive the flowers.
Yes. I want that. I want it physically. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And please like, share, subscribe. And Harry Meghan's visit to Australia has been incredible and it's been fun. So total success. And to Harry Meghan, wish you well, success, happiness, and joy. Keep on winning, Harry Meghan, and may you know that you are loved. Thank you so much and goodbye. Like, subscribe, and share to support our ever-growing community on YouTube. Thank you so much and goodbye.